Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 2025 reading journal setup. I have wanted to do a reading journal for so long and I feel like this is the year. I'm going to try keep up with it, hopefully I will. I have got my reading journal from Amazon. I will link it in my description. And also these pens are from Amazon as well, but I quickly figured out that they were all pretty much ran out by the time I was colouring. So I had to resort to this pencil case, which I already had. So first things first, I'm starting off with my title page, my cover page if you will. I feel like every reading journal needs one of these, so I kind of just went with the flow. I didn't really have an idea in mind. I didn't even look at Pinterest for this, to be honest. I was just like, okay, bubble writing, let's do it, and then just kind of went from there. But I did realise the pens I was using were run out because we've had them for quite a while, so I had to improvise and call in the Sharpie for backup, which obviously does bleed through the page, so oh well. But yeah, I really did have to improvise. It was pretty rough out here for this page, but I really tried, and I tried to like fill in the blanks that the other pen left. It kind of looks okay, it kind of doesn't, and then I went with like a heart design after, which you will see. Moving on, I then did kind of like a graph, a table type thing for all the books that I end up reading in 2025. So we're going to basically infill it during the year. We've got title, author, genre, I think that was, oh no, date, sorry, and star rating. And basically, as I go along, I'm just going to fill this out, and then by the end of the year, all of the table will be filled out. And I feel like it's just a really nice way to kind of visually see in front of you what books you've read and when, and kind of what book you read at the start of year compared to the end. So yeah, this is probably one of the most useful pages in the planner, and probably the one I'm going to get the most use out of. Next up, I did this really fun little page. This is actually my favourite spread in the whole journal. I feel like it looks the prettiest, and yeah, it's just a really cool concept. So basically, as I read, I'm going to colour in each book according to the genre, and my reading goal for 2025 is actually 50 books, so hopefully I will end up filling this entire bookcase, and I can see which genres I favoured more during the year, which ones I read in clusters, and I think it's just really interesting. I'm really excited to fill this one out. here I am just filling in my hopeful spread. This is the spread that I'm going to actually print out little mini books that are just so cute, and I'm going to stick them in, and these are going to be referencing my 2025 books. 25 books for 2025 video, which I posted a couple days ago, so make sure to check that out. But I'm basically going to hopefully read these books throughout the year, as and when, not really in any order, but I'm going to stick all of the ones I said I was going to read down in these little placeholder things I've done, and then hopefully I'll get to some of these because they've been on my TBR for way too long. Another page that I'm going to be using the really cute little mini book printouts is for my page of anticipated releases in 2025. So these are all the books that are actually coming out in 2025. They're not released yet, but they're going to come out, and I'm super excited about. I just feel like it's really nice to have them spread out, and I can kind of remember which ones are going to come out so I don't forget, and then I can end up, maybe treating myself to some of these, maybe get into some of them, who knows. And then a really, really fun page is the DNF Graveyard. This is just kind of like a silly page. It's for all the books that I end up DNFing, and they're basically going to go there to rest because I don't want to speak about them ever again. There probably won't be too many on that page. And then after that, I did like a sort of graph for genre tracking. I just really am interested in seeing which genre I end up reading the most of. I really don't like the turnout of that page though. This page this spread kind of links to the 2025 books for 2025. 25 books 2025 sorry. This I'm basically going to colour in the spines of each book that I get to. By the end of the year, all the spines might have been coloured in, or if not, then some of them will be, and it's quite interesting to see which ones I prioritised. Then I did some statistics, so I'm going to basically come back at the end of the year and compare what I've written down here to what I wrote down at the start of the year. I feel like it's interesting to see how things have changed. And the final page is a Bookish bucket list type thing. So it's like a really simple list of things I kind of want to do, Bookish related, in 2025. I couldn't really think of things here. I was just kind of like reaching for stuff. So there is some really simple random things on here, like finish a series or go read in a cafe. Like obviously things that are quite achievable, but I just feel like I wanted to put down. And then I'm just going to run you through the pages as they are finished really quickly. Yep. Okay, so it's the next day, the day after I have finished setting up my reading journal, and I just thought I would quickly pop on here and actually like chat you through each page and the thought process behind it and what I'm going to do with it and things like that. So obviously, as I will have said, this is a planner from Amazon. It was, I think, like £6, which is very affordable, and they had really nice colours as well. They had like a lilac, a light blue, a grey, obviously a pastel pink, and it's really nice quality. Like it feels really nice. I wanted one that was like, like that feel, like that like textured feel. It feels like cloth almost, but not cloth. It's like smooth. You know what I mean. So anyway, we've started it off. Obviously at first you've got to have your title page. So this is mine. I just have literally done it quite simple. 2025 reading journal, and then my name, because obviously I'm not really like obsessed with this page. I'm not really obsessed with any of my pages. I just want to disclaim I'm not an artist in any way, shape or form, and I literally just like threw my colours at the page and went free reign because yeah, I just I don't know, it's meant to be fun, like we shouldn't deep these things too much. Okay, so then I've just gone straight in with like my log of all the books I'm going to read. So I've got date, title, author and star rating. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have done 5 pages roughly of this sort of thing, but obviously I just thought like I can just insert another little booklet of this if I read over this amount of books into here. It's not a big deal. I didn't leave any pages because I just thought I'll just slot them in if needs be. I think around about here there's about 65 slots to put a book in, which for me is like perfect. I'm probably not really going to read more than that. Saying that, I've literally read 100 books this year. Well done me. But I feel like with uni and it being like second year uni, you know, we're going into third year next year, I don't think I'm going to be reading more than that, but you never know. And then after that I have this is my favourite spread. So I've got like a bookshelf page where I'm basically going to colour in. So my reading goal for 2025 is 50. So I'm going to colour in the first 50 books on this shelf. And for each book I read, I'm going to colour it in according to the key that I've done. So pink is romance, blue is fiction, literary fiction, yellow is thriller / mystery, purple is memoir, orange is horror, and then green is fantasy / romantasy. And I'm just basically going to colour it in as I go. And then when I reach 50, I'm going to see what type of books I read and things like that. It'll just be quite interesting, and it looks really cute as well. And then we move on to our hopefuls page, which this is empty at the moment, but it will be filled with little mini books of the 25 books that I hope to read in 2025. So I'm gonna refer to the video that I posted of my 25 books to read in 2025 for this page, or these 3 pages, and basically I'm going to stick in the little mini book, and then as I read them put a little star next to it or a tick or something like that, just to say I've read it. I was going to like pre-print out the little mini books for this little sit down chat at the end, but we don't have any ink in our printer, so I actually can't do that. But that moves on to the next page, which is anticipated releases in 2025. And again, I'm going to like print out the little mini books for this page as well. And I'm going to kind of just do a little spread of the books. These are just going to be solely books coming out in 2025 that I kind of want to read or might get to. Just ones on my radar, and we'll see what I get to. And then I have our DNF graveyard. This is just like a funny little page where I'm going to write down any books that I do end up DNFing. I don't think there'll be that many because I'm not really a huge book DNFer. But we'll see, and it'll be interesting. And then I have this page, which I honestly hate the spread of this page. It's very ugly to me. But I've done like a genre tracker where I'm it's like a graph, and for each book from each genre I read, I'm going to do like a little square, and then at the end of the year see which square is the highest, like which, you know what I mean, which tower is the highest. So yeah, I'll probably use the same key as the other page as well, like the colours. Then we have this spread, which is the 25 books in 2025, and what I'm going to do for this one is refer back to the hopefuls page. So it's going to be those exact same books that I've put on my hopefuls page, and for each one that I managed to read, I'm going to colour in the spine from this little book stack I have created, and I'm going to colour in the spine to match the spine of the book I've read. So overall, by the end of the year, I'll be able to see in like more of a physical format how many of the 25 books I said I was going to read I actually got to. So some of these will be left blank, I assume. Maybe I'll read them all, who knows. And then some of them will have the spines coloured in to match those books. I just thought it was a fun little thing to do. Then we have my statistics, which is basically my start of the year statistics. So we have fave genre, historical fiction at the moment, fave method to read, we have Kindle, and then TBR is currently 22 books. And then at the end of the year in December, I'm going to basically write down the end of year stats and just see what's changed. And then the final page is my bucket list, Bookish edition, and this just basically has a bunch of stuff that I'm going to tick off as the year goes on and see if I do them. So I've got really simple ones like reading a cafe, because I I mean, this is kind of simple, but at the same time I feel like I don't do that a lot, so that'll be a fun one to tick off. And then I have some other ones like buddy read a book, and like some really simple ones like finish a series, my reading goal, buy a book from my wish list, make a bookish bestie, continue making bookish content, recommend a book to someone. I feel like I obviously make bookish content, but I never in real life recommend a book to someone that they will actually read, so I would like to do that. And yeah, that basically sums up the reading journal as of now. I am going to be doing monthly run-throughs, so in January I will talk through all of the spreads I've added in January and just give some inspo. I will also run through it in February and so on and so on. I'm just going to do like little snippet, really short videos every month as like a bonus video, just running through the updates to the reading journal. I feel like it'll be super fun and just give you guys some inspo if you needed any. Yeah, it is a fun thing and I'm very excited to get into it. I'd love to see all of my bookish stats like laid out to me in a physical format, because the only way I keep track at the moment is through Goodreads, so this will be fun. Let me know if any of you are starting a bookish reading journal this year. I would love to know, and if you have any kind of interesting spreads that I can add to mine, because I am always looking for some more inspo. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.